in it, I think you can always. I don't see there's a centre back out there that can replace this spreader right now in world football. Maybe in the future, maybe in the next year, maybe in the next two, there will be someone that we could potentially get to pick up the Virgil mantelpiece. But at the moment, bro, if we would have lost him, yeah, for me, I don't know. I don't know where we would have gone in terms of from a league standpoint, winning it to where we would finish. I think keeping him is massively, massively going to help. Yes, I know he's had two games now where he's looked a bit shaky, but I think going forward, I think he'll go back to his best, and I think the guy understands obviously where he's made a couple of mistakes within those games. It's not the end all and be all about him, but he'll get back to doing the things that we know Virgil should be doing. Yeah, keeping these two brothers now, Salah we spoke about, and then Virg. How massive is it to have kept Virg in this team, bro?
You know what's mad, yeah, that I think about this, yeah? Say, like, if Arsenal had Saliba in the same situation and Saka in the same situation, they'd be better off than Liverpool are now. Because you're talking about 30-something-year-olds that we ain't got a clue what that's going to look like even in 1 year, let alone 2-year deal that they've got. Whereas those guys are at a high level, not obviously, maybe not up to these man's level, but they're at a very, very high level, and they're so young. So it's like, bro, we've got years that we can worry about this. Like, listen, anything can happen. I know, I understand that, but let's just go with the optimism of, like, let's even say that these two even bang for the next 2 years. So you can say, what, for 2 years now he's going to be 36 or what? Really? That's where we're, and then we're going to be fucked in that situation anyway. Whereas they would be looking at it thinking, bro, we're calm. We can sign these guys for the next 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even then, we're only even looking at it then to be like, we'll give you a 2-year deals. Whereas we've just literally just pushed the inevitable by 2 years. And to be honest, I even think it's only going to be 1 year for maybe one of them anyway. But let's just say it's 2 years. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Yeah, we need a Van Dijk. Van Dijk is absolutely top, the best centre back in the world right now. I don't know what that looks like in 2 years when that pace starts to drop. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know how he defends at that point. And to be honest, that's coming soon in terms of how close he is to getting towards the end. So I'm like, it's good that they signed, but I'll be real, Liverpool need to be having these contingency plans from now. Like, you need to be signing whoever the next best centre-back that you think is. Sign that person now. The best right winger, so, bruv, sign them now. Don't wait, and in 2 years' time, we're all stressing, saying, "Oh, but why did we sign Kabak again?" I don't want that. You know what I mean?
So you mentioned that, G, and probably this is the reason why. Maybe we just wanted to give ourselves enough time to find the next player that we think is good enough. And maybe this brother is, because now we've definitely held meetings with him. It looks like this is the brother we want to go and get in. Obviously, we've spoken about him quite a lot on this on the channel and stuff like that. But all it's done now is given us 2 years to go and find a replacement. That's all it's now done. 2 years now to who is next in line. But what would have happened if we didn't keep Virg? You have to fast track that. And that means you might make
try and error.
You're gonna then maybe buy someone that's not gonna suit the team, or you're gonna be like, right, gonna spend too much money. Sorry, Sav, what did you say?
I said they'll start bumping up the price as well because they know they'll be desperate.
So maybe that's what it's done. I don't know. I think this Dean Hoyson is good, but I mean, the last conversation we had, I can't remember if you guys said it or not, but I'm just thinking the last conversation I remember having was, I don't know if he's good enough, or does he want to come in and sit on the bench? If we've held meetings with him, and it obviously let's say it's positive. Let's go with that narrative. It's positive. Virgil staying, he would have to then come in and possibly sit on the bench.
Well, does that also mean that Virgil is not going to be playing 60-odd games every season at this age? Because he's been playing a lot of games. And Konate right now, if he doesn't sign, I think they will sell him this summer.
Pedri.
You know what I mean? If Konate don't sign, they will sell him. So, I mean, just like I was saying earlier, you have two world-class players, real world-class players, who have been consistent for so long. So the knowledge that these kids, they are impressionable. They do learn from other ones. There's only a few young players that they don't care about how great you are. they know they're good like that, right? But these kids are impressionable. Dean coming in and be like, wow, even if he sits on the bench and look what Virgil does, that is something that he's going to learn. The idea is we want to see the mentality, right? The mentality will tell us whether he wants, like Mama Devili been talking. He said, I want number one. So I'm not coming until I get number one, if that's true or not. So I'm looking at the player's mindset. The skill level sometimes can deceive you, right? They may be good, then you bring them in, and then when they are around real dogs, they fold. So I want the player who's coming in and say, yeah, Virgil, you that dude, but I want you on the bench. You know, the same way Kwanzaa was talking all that mess. But then when the time came in, he kind of folded a little bit. But if you're going to talk, I need you to say, Virgil, you the GOAT, but I want to get you out of here. So Dean, he may be the ultimate replacement. I don't want to use the word replacement because it's a setup to failure. It's
the future.
Yeah, it's for the future, right? The guy who's going to come in and we will see how well he plays. But Liverpool have 2 years to get this thing right, because if they didn't sign these guys, it would have been chaos, right? We would have been doing try and error until something, because also we're going to lose Gomez. Let's be honest.
I even forgot about Gomez. That's mad, you know. I completely forgot that even. It's because obviously where he's been injured, he's just a forgotten man.
Don't give us excuses then as to why you forgot about Gomez.
No, I did. No, be honest. Did you guys remember Gomez there apart from when Quasi mentioned him?
Yeah, of course.
I definitely remembered Gomez because I was about to say we've still got Gomez and Kwanzaa
here, brother, and say, nah, you know what?
I'm sorry, Enz, but we respect our players, you know, over here. You know, but Fez, you don't. Really, you're forgetting players. You know what, guys? That is so crazy. Gomez missed for a few games, and Enz is already saying, "Who? Joe? Who the hell? What? Joseph? What? Moses and them, man? Yeah, I don't know about them biblical youths and that. It's fine. It's fine."
That man said biblical.
Nah, listen, look. I think Hushin he's a good player, man. Like honestly, you can see he's got the talent, he's got potential. Again, it just really, what does he want to do? I think that's where he's at. He's gonna have bare teams after him in the summer. So I think it's just about picking the right move for your own career. Obviously for Liverpool, by the way, I think it would be good to get him. For him, I don't think it would be good to come to Liverpool, because I'm just like, well, you're not gonna. Obviously, I know he's not thinking I'm gonna replace Van Dijk, obviously, but let's keep it a buck. Really, like. Is he gonna change? Even if Van Dijk is tired, is he really gonna like change up Højlund to put in? Like, I don't feel like that's gonna be a change we're gonna see much unless it's cup games, right? Now, let's just say you get knocked out of cups. Really and truly, Virgil's gonna play every game in the Premier League, give or take, or maybe again 5-6 games. Let's just say just straight off the bat, you know, kind of thing. You know, I'll even say 8 games. Let's say Virgil plays 30 games in the Premier League. I don't know. Is that enough for Højlund to be like? Yeah, I don't mind 8 games here and then a further 3 in the Champions League, maybe depending on the teams that we get. And I don't know. That's all I think about when I think of someone like Højlund, because he's now getting into the Spanish team. He did not get in the Spanish team when he was sitting on the bench at fucking Juventus or Roma and like getting injured at Roma. He had to play the games, so he's gonna want to stay there. So I don't know, man. I rate him as a player, though. I do rate him.
Listen, that's fair, man. I can't wait to kind of see if he's the one we get. I think, yeah, that's a very good young player coming through, ready to go. He's played in the Premier League now, so he gets it. Obviously, with Virgil staying, if, you know, he's not coming in with the burden of being maybe Kanate's partner or whoever else they might have brought in, so that the added pressure of that now goes away, so he can come in and actually learn off of these guys. And bring his own thing to it as well. Bring his own little sauce to the you know what I mean, to the party and stuff. So
it'll be very interesting if we do buy him, because then it's like, why don't you just not get Lenny Yoro then?
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, literally.
But what was the reason why we didn't? Was it the money thing? Was it like the contract wise, or was it the value of the price?
I think it was game time.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird because he ain't played every game for United, but that's what they told us it was.
But to be fair,
We don't want to lie to our players, innit?
He's been
other
injured.
clubs they'll lie to the players and say, "Yo, you're gonna come in and get," and then when they come, they're like, "Maybe."
Yeah, because that's the reason what happened with Real Madrid. Didn't it? I think they just didn't like the fact that he was on about game time and the Perez was on some bread. It's Real Madrid, didn't it? So obviously,
Yeah, you play when we play.
Yeah. We'll piss
It's
off.
funny because he would have played now. Like, imagine that.
Yeah, he would have played with all the injuries. And
Could have played big. Do you know how much games his brother could have played?
I don't mind though because Essential's there now and it's cold, bro.
Oh, isn't that? I'm not even gonna say anything. I was about to say something.
But then we also have to look at this. We got a lot of games coming, and next season is a World Cup season. These players are going to be going. International breaks are going to mean a lot more than what it has been the last 2 years, because you play for a qualifier. So all these players are going to be really, really burned by the time the season gets to the same area we are right now. So you can't go with the whole mindset of, oh, I just need 14 or 15 players and I'm Gucci. No, that ain't going to happen. You need the entire squad. So what G says makes more sense now. You need people coming off the bench to at least be very, very close to the ones who you just left on the field.
Yeah. And we can't always think of the Virgil thing because at the end of the day, every other team doesn't have Virgil, do they? And they still win their league and the Champions League and that. So it's just that he stands out on his own. It's just like a striker, innit? Every team doesn't have this whatever top striker and they still win stuff. So we'll be fine. It's about building partnerships, man. Who knows, man? It could be him and Quanta, innit? Yeah, man, bring him in and that.
Imagine that.
That'd be crazy, though.
Yeah, because I'm not on the turning back on Quanta thing and that. See, everyone's dashed him in the bin. It's kind of crazy still. Just shows me when everyone's running their mouth last season, didn't believe it, bro. I think Quanta's cold.
You know, Liverpool fans, man. We know better than everybody else.
We got it, man. But listen, guys, we'll wrap it up there, man. Sav, Quasi, G, big up for jumping in. Chat, love as always. Should be back tomorrow, man. I might be.
And you're not gonna give my sources the credit they deserve.
No, we don't.
On Monday, I did say Virgil's. My sources said that was on your show. You can't say I made it up. It was on your show. I said my sources said there's progress on Virgil's side.
Bro, they've been saying progress for a year and a half, bro.
No, it was real. It was real.
All right, Quasi.
It was real.
Big up to Quasi and his sources, guys.
Thank you. That's all the brother's looking for. That's what brothers
want. Big up Quasi sauce, man. Big up ketchup and barbecue.
Yeah, give him his credit. But listen, guys, I will be back either tomorrow morning to do a preview for the West Ham game. If not, we'll be back after the game. I'd love to know if we win that one, we'll chop it up, man, and vibe. But if we lose it, we'll still chop it up as well, man.
Oh my God! If we lose, man, I'll lose it. I told you, I already started looking at Brazil women's volleyball, man. If we fumble this trophy, my brother.
Yo.
Listen, the Mandem's link is in the description as well, guys. So make sure you guys go and sub to their channels as well, man. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you like the video. If you haven't subscribed already, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Consider doing so. Road to 3K, man. Catch you guys in a bit.
Peace.